Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Attack on Titan Season 4. Is it Season 4? Yes, it's the final season, Part 2, Episode 3. Please don't laugh at my face. I burned today, so it's like... And it's literally just this part and like that part, because I wore a shirt like that, and it hurts. I did not expect it to be as hot as it was today. And I was on the golf course the whole day. I wasn't playing, I was just watching. And I met 3 new people today. Glenn, who he's from South Africa, he's South African. And Tama-san and Yuki-chan, they are from Japan. Tama-san has been here for 2 years and Yuki-chan has been here for 1 year. And today was the first time I met them, and they're very sweet and so nice. And yeah, I hope that we can go play golf again. We invited them to come to our house and we'll cook them like a South African meal. So I'm really looking forward to that. I tried to speak a little bit of Japanese and they looked very impressed, but I don't know. Because I don't know a lot of Japanese, only like words and stuff, not many phrases. But for golf, it worked because, you know, you can go sugoi and ine and what else? Daijoubu. Stuff like that. I don't know. I tried my best, and they were really nice about it, and they were teaching me some words here and there. So I hope that when we hang out again, I'll be able to learn some more Japanese. And we did talk a little bit about anime. Tama-san likes Haikyuu, and we did talk a little bit about Naruto. And they said they watched Dragon Prince on Netflix, but that's not Japanese animation. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't heard about it, but I will take a peek. Okay, so that's it for my intro. Welcome everyone to Anime Chan. Oh, if you want to see a picture of the five of us from golf today, there were four people playing golf and I was watching because I can't play golf. If you want to see a photo, I posted one on my Twitter and my Instagram. So if you have either of those and you use them, you can go see the photo on those platforms. The links are in my Linktree link in the description. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did not get a lot of sleep this weekend because I also went to visit my mom and my dad on Saturday. So I slept like 5 hours Saturday and 6 hours today. So I'm really tired. I don't know how long my review is going to be, but I'm going to try my best. There was some things that I wanted to talk about with regards to last week's review, and the one comment that wasn't in relation to Attack on Titan but was an interesting topic, so maybe I'll bring that up in my review. But the review will be separate from this video, so you should find the link in the pinned comment, or I'll post it 1 hour after this video. So please support it with a thumbs up, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the episode and I hope you enjoy my reaction. So let's go. I'm pretty sure this is still no, this isn't recap. Oh, I don't remember this happening now. OST is really good. You. Oh God. Oh no. Oh! Like he's gonna care. Okay, wait. Maybe I am getting ahead of myself. Maybe he will care. I don't know. I just want to write something down here. Okay. Let's see. So what's the twist? No, no way. Not Falco. I'm sorry, but it breaks my fucking heart to think how he knows the cause for his people's suffering. The fact that they turn into these mindless titans, and yet he turns them into mindless titans against their will. It's like something about that just hurts my heart. It's like knowing that every day thousands of women are raped all across the world. Men too, but it's something that affects majority women. And then I have a daughter, and then I'm like, no, I'll kill you because I don't want you to experience something horrible in the future, because, you know, all this happens to thousands of women. It might happen to you, and I don't want, let's say it's a curse that happens to women, so let me kill you. But in this case, he's not just killing them, he's forcing them to become, he's aware of what causes his people to suffer, and then he utilizes that against them in a way. Like, these are people that don't want to change. It just, and I don't care if you think it's justified. I don't care if you think, well, I'd rather let Zeke change them than someone else change them. Or there were some people last week that literally talked about Eldians as if they were dogs. Oh, it's just like neutering dogs. And my mind almost exploded, and it made so much sense why people love them. But to see this happen, it just, like, my heart stops. I don't know what, I can't be angrier than I've been at these characters. So at this point, I just feel like it's caught in my throat, and I'm like, defend away. There's just something so wrong about this and what he did. Is that... This can't be the end of Falco's role in the story. Oh my. I thought so. Something like this. That man has more lives than a cat, but I can't. I did not believe. I thought there was gonna be some twist that he doesn't turn, because this can't be Falco's end. No way. So there has to be more. No, how? Thought so. No. No. there was an ad break there. And now there's a flashback? That would kill him, right? I'm trying to think in my head here, that would kill him, right? How would he survive that? But no. Some girl in the stars is going to maybe sew his body back together. So I don't know. Until... You know that Aaron used to be my favorite character. And what I loved about him in season 1 and 2 was his intensity. Like, as angry and screamy as he could get. I love that because I'm the same. I might not scream as loudly, but I don't face the same shit as he does. But I do. And anyway, what I loved about him so much was not just that intensity, but it was that he cared so much about freedom. And that is why I could not understand his support in a plan that infringes on people's freedom. There's still a lot that he did that I feel like he could have done it better, and included Armin and Mikasa and Hanj in the decision-making process, and Levi. I think that he didn't have to do it all by himself. I think things would have worked out better if he didn't do it by himself or try and take the whole burden onto himself. And there's still obviously actions that he took that I wholeheartedly disagree with and I'm angry at him about. But to see him say this, it softens my heart a little and makes me think of the Eren that I loved in the first 2 seasons. Maybe 3 seasons. I don't really remember. Let's see where this goes. Life is hell. No matter if you are Eldian or whatever. The world as we have it right now is a living hell for some people. And I don't get to decide that they don't get to have children. There are people living in severe poverty right now. And I believe that I do not have the right to take away their ability to have children. It is my responsibility as a living human being to take care of their lives and try my best to make it better in a sustainable, responsible way. But I understand that it's more complicated in this situation. So don't go all fucking on me, even though I know you want to. But that is my belief, and that is what I stick to. And I'm glad that Eren seems to feel it's the same way, and I'm just now wondering if that wasn't your plan, what is? Bloodshed will never stop, whether the Eldians are there or not. So you don't get to take their lives away. There is war in the world. Oh no. So the vow could always be broken, except that the people who were here, who had the power before, believed in the vow. And that's why it couldn't be broken. They were chained down, but they weren't really chained down. So it also is about belief. But his belief was different, and therefore he wasn't bound by the vow. That's so horrifying. Oh god, I cannot deal with people with this fucking savior complex. I dislike people like this. I dislike them so much. I hope his plan fails. I so strongly dislike people that are think of themselves as like Jesus that has come to save the oh so sad world, and I'm the only one that knows the truth and knows what is right, and everyone else is brainwashed, not me. So I will fix you. I will save you. I know what's best for you. Fuck people like that. Now I can smile again when I look at him, even though I still don't agree with all his actions. Of course not. Still very angry at him. I still think there's things that he could do better, but a little part of me just feels like the Aaron that I loved is still there. Okay, I have 20 minutes. I think I might be able to fit in my review part here because I don't have too much to talk about. And I really want to summarize it all briefly, hear your responses, and maybe address it in more depth next week. Because that really is, for me, one of the best experiences of Attack on Titan has been to discuss it with you guys and discuss our various opinions. Obviously, there were times where I struggled, especially the last season, part 1, where I got caught up in the people who weren't here to discuss and were instead just here to tell me what to think and why, not why, what they're not here to tell me what they think and why they believe what they think is good or whatever. They were not here for that. They were here to tell me why I was a dumb bitch. And yeah, I got caught up in those people. And but despite that, I did have many meaningful conversations. And in the last 2 episodes, I had many meaningful conversations. And I do want to have more because it's one of my favorite parts of Attack on Titan. It's one of the reasons I love the show so much is because I truly feel that one of the author's intentions at least, was to inspire people to learn something from this. And the only way that we will learn is through discussion. You can't, I'm not saying you can't, but I definitely think it's more meaningful to learn through discussion, and it's easier to learn through discussion because when you're stuck in your own head and you're just talking to yourself, you'll always kind of reaffirm your existing beliefs. If no one is there to challenge them, I don't really think it's as possible to grow. It can also be, it can also hold you back if you discuss in the wrong way. Like me in season 4, part 1, got stuck with the wrong people, and it kind of just was the same shit over and over and over again. And it was discussing out of a place of like I felt I needed to defend myself, and it wasn't constructive discussion. But anyway, there was a lot of constructive discussion in between, and that's why I'm thinking that I can summarize my feelings and my thoughts on this episode briefly, and then next week, once I hear your feedback, we can maybe discuss it in more depth in a separate review video. So let me just start by answering a question that I do get a lot, and it's like, whose side are you on? And the question seemed to me like kind of like it's like, have you not seen my hour-long reviews on almost each episode? Like, it's a question that you can go find the answer to if you really cared, but no, you just want to hear whose side are you on, so that, I don't know, you can judge me based on my answer. Maybe it wasn't like that, but I feel like if you really care to know the answer, you would know by now, if you listen to my reviews. But briefly, I would summarize it as, for those of you that, I don't know, maybe you're new to the channel and you don't have time right now to go through all my reviews. But briefly, I would summarize it as, in the beginning, as with everyone else, I was on Aaron's side. I loved, not as with everyone else, but not everyone liked Aaron from the start, but we only knew about who was within the walls, and there were these like unknown monsters, and we just wanted these people to like be happy. We didn't want them to be attacked by monsters, so everyone was on. But then later you learn, obviously, Reiner's side a little. You realize that there's more than just what's in here, and things get more complicated. But I feel like I've never been on a particular side except at the beginning. I just wanted freaking Eren. Like, it was more of a typical shonen mindset at the beginning. You just want the MC to win. But as I watch, my perspective shifted from I just want the MC to win to I gave my thoughts on actions as it happened. As we learned a little bit more truth, I gave my thoughts on this truth, on this action, on what I know about this character now, what this character decided to do here. So as maybe from season 3, 4 onwards, especially season 4 and the part 1, I've never been on any particular side. I've never said, oh, I choose this side, I choose this side. I've just done my best to give my opinions on how do I feel about these actions right now? How do I feel about this character right now? Knowing what we know at the moment and from what we've seen up to now. So, yeah. I'm on no one's side. I am on, if I had to choose a side, I want to be on the side that is dedicated to ending the war in a right way. And by right way, I mean as just as possible. That, though, is a very complicated topic, and I will wait to hear your thoughts before we get more into, justice is obviously you could say that it's a subjective thing, probably. Like, my justice is not going to be the same as your justice or your thought of what is justice. But I did talk about justice recently in my review of the pain arc. I'll just say the pain arc. If you know, you know. So I do want to talk more about that. But first, as I said, I want to keep it short today. So, yeah, do you want to answer on that? Give your thoughts and opinions. Do you want to tell me whose side are you on and why? And then we can talk more about that next time. I will leave remember at the beginning of the video I said there was a topic that I would like to discuss that's not relevant to this show, but it is an interesting topic. That is about, the part in season 1 or 2 with Mikasa's flashback. There's a part where she says, the world is cruel but also very beautiful. So it's a topic that touches on that theme, and that's why I do want to discuss it in an Attack on Titan video, but it doesn't need to be this video. And since it's not relevant at this moment, I will keep this topic for a future video. Maybe not next week, but when we talk about, I'm sure by the end of the season, there's going to be a 3-hour Attack on Titan discussion. It's the same that I do for One Piece every couple or so arcs. We just talk for hours. And that is an important topic, but it's not relevant now, so I'm going to leave it. It's very interesting for me to learn that about the vow to renounce war. It seemed to be something that chained them, but it was a chains that they imparted upon themselves, since they, as Zeke believed, they were indoctrinated by, or they were affected by the ideology of the first guy who made the vow or whatever. That's the timeline there. Still a bit difficult to understand, but I kind of see it. I kind of understand it. But so as I understand it as of this point, and I'm not sure that we can ever know for sure. Maybe the manga gives more details, but it's very interesting to learn that the vow, I believe those chains to hold the vow was something that they bound themselves, because they believed in the vow, whether consciously or subconsciously. They believed in the vow of the king that made the vow, and that's why they were stuck to that. But because he he has different beliefs. Consciously, he does not agree with, or I wouldn't say agree, but he doesn't want that. He doesn't, so he doesn't believe in that vow. So his desire, his intention, he holds the power, so he unbound himself, unlike the others. But I believe, the point I'm getting at is, I believe that they all had the power to unbind themselves too. It's just that whether consciously or unconsciously, they kept those chains because they aligned with the vow. Okay. But once again, I think that we can go more deeply into that. But first, I want to hear what you think, and then we'll continue the discussion. And then last but not least, just I already touched on this topic a little bit, talking about it's better not to be born at all. I just think it's the same as to take someone's will away, someone's ability away to have children just because you think that, oh, your life is too sad and pathetic, your children shouldn't be born into this world, so I will take away your ability to have children. That is why I'm so glad that Aaron revealed that he wasn't for that plan, is because it is so antithetical to freedom. And Aaron, to me, was in season 1 especially, he was like the symbol of a strong desire for freedom. And in the last year or two, I feel like I've gained a better understanding of the importance thereof. But even in when I watched season 1 of the show, something about his character and his desire for freedom really resonated with me. And that's why the side of him before today was just, to me, it wasn't Aaron. But I do not believe, once again, I will repeat what I said in the reaction, I do not believe as another human being that I have the right to decide who gets to live, who gets to die, whose life is worth living. I do not believe that, okay, this group of people, your lives are just too sad and pathetic. Like, there are people in South Africa that live in absolute poverty, people in all over the world that live in absolute poverty. If I could magically wave a wand today to take their ability away to have children, and those people die out, that would not be the end of suffering in our world. Wars will continue to happen. New poor people will happen. And then I will just every time have to wave my magic wand and take away people's freedom, take away people's, like, you know what I'm saying? I do not believe that as another human being I have that right to decide whose life is worth living, who deserves to have children and not. Like, that is not for me to decide. I'm just another human being. The only thing that I believe I have a right to do is to utilize, and I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I'll just try and say it that way. The only thing that I feel like I have a right to do, or the only thing that I want to do, is to do my best to help alleviate. If I see pain in the world, if I see a person's like first of all, I don't like feeling sorry for people. I don't like that whole victim mentality. I think it hurts people more than it helps them. But all I can do and all I feel like I'm allowed to do is to use the strength that I've been given, because we've all been given various strengths. We've all been born with various, some of us are smart and some of us are pretty and some of us are strong and some of us have inventions inside of us, ideas inside of us that will make the world a better place. And there are people actually in those, there are babies right now in their mother's wombs. There are people right now that will have whose baby will have a baby that has the potential inside of them to create amazing solutions for this world, and it will help alleviate issues. But do I believe that issues will magically just disappear? No, I think that there will always be struggle and there will always be inequality in some way, whether it's financial strength, like even in this mind where you have, like, let's say a country where all the people are equal. Who enacts that equality? That means that there's going to be a group of people that has more power than everyone else, that makes those decisions for others to keep them all equal. And I think that that will lead to bad things too, because people are corruptible, and that much power will corrupt people, whether if in the first generation, maybe not, maybe the second generation or the third. But I don't think that so I do not think that even if Zeke's plan, it will not work. To me, all it is essential genocide, the culling of his people, of Eldians. It will not eliminate suffering from the world. It will only make him feel better. And it takes away everyone else's what they want. Every other Eldian doesn't care what anyone wants. To him, he is right. He gets to decide. He has freaking God in his head, I guess, where he gets to decide about what happens to other people's lives, and I just do not agree with that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I really hope that Eren is able to do something to stop him from whatever. It really frustrated me when he was like, I will save you. You are brainwashed. I'm not brainwashed. Okay. So yeah, but it was honestly, my heart soars. I still, of course, do not agree with many of his actions. I can't emphasize that more. I think that there is other ways to go about that. I already said that. But to just see that side of Eren again was just like really... Okay, so I'm quickly going to score the episodes, and then that will be it for today. Episode. I'll quickly score the episode. Here we go. Episode 3. Zoom in. 10 out of 10 for characters. Perfectly written. I am perfectly invested. That to me is 10 out of 10. I don't think I can be more invested in these characters right now, and more invested in the story. And yeah, it was just really interesting to see their dynamic play out. And even characters that didn't really get a lot of screen time here, Gabi, Porco, oh my god, his sacrifice, Reiner's thought process, it was just all perfect. I would say the story was a 9 out of 10, near perfect. Honestly, that's probably being strict. I could give it a 9.5 easy. Might as well give it a 10, but this is episode by episode, and you know, once I look back, I would do like, oh no, just 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But I'm being like strict here. Visuals, I had to watch in 720p. I really wanted to watch in 1080p, but that's fine. The visuals were still honestly, the style perfectly matches the story right now. The expressions, everything is just, the details are just wow. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5, although if I watched it in 1080p it might be a 10 out of 10, but I will rewatch the episode at a later date. And then audio, I would give a 9 out of 10. I think it is great. Voice acting, great. But that is for me a real 9. That one could be a 9.5, but this is like a 9 for me. 9 out of 10. It's just that I've heard like phenomenal voice acting. So in this one, this was more, it suited the episode though. It was more intense, lower discussions, especially there in that space world, whatever. And it suited the episode, but in comparison to like last week, I just had to, you know, give it a 9. That gives us an overall 9.5 score, which is the highest score so far out of these 3. There were things that were lower. Visuals was higher, audio was lower, and enjoyment was higher. So, but they're very close, 9.4, 9.5. Phew, it was very good though, and I'm really looking forward to next week. I just feel so, I don't know, my heart feels at peace just having heard Aaron say that to that. Uni-chan. Oh my god, people were so offended at me pulling my face. I went like, bleh, because I'm so used to like cute little girls in anime going, Oni-chan, like, and to hear Zeke say that, it just came like, it was a shock to my system, and it just didn't fit. And then I was like, bleh, and people were so offended. When I tell you that, I'm like, you're offended at me for pulling a face, but you're not offended at this man for like playing God with people's lives and freedoms. I'm what offends you? Okay, yeah, I'm not talking to you. Oh, there was one more thing that I wanted to mention, but I'll talk about it next time. It was the comment that kind of in support of Zeke's plan, he or she, they, whatever, talked about Eldians as if they were dogs. They're saying like, oh, it's just like neutering dogs. It's for the best for the dog. Honestly, that way of thinking is quite horrifying to me, and I don't even think I could dignify a response. I don't think I responded, but I do want to talk about that next week, because in history, when people were likened to animals, things did not turn. The people who were likening other people to animals, they were never the good guys. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, thank you guys for watching with me. And yeah, I look forward to the comments and the discussions next week. Bye.